What is up, guys? This is your boy Phil Shock in the United States with our Week 3 matchup of TBC going against Hanny and her Durham Wigglebutts. I'll actually double check to make sure that's who I'm facing because there are, I think, two Durham teams, Durham Dugons and Durham Wigglebutts. I'll double check that just to make sure I prep the right team. If not, probably expect a different video. Or you'll see this video deleted or anything like that. But nonetheless, we got Hanny's team here, and this is looking like a pretty good matchup on for me. But I'm going to still take this match very seriously. I should never think you should never think you, even though the matchup looks like it's in your favor, can totally go the opposite. I have instances where matchups were not in my favor, and I have won. So that is something I've learned to believe that anything is possible, and you can win this match even if the matchup is not in your favor. Hanny, I think, kind of just brings kind of unorthodox set, so I'm going to be prepared. But she's probably going to still try to win. But apparently she gets drunk or drinks when she does. By any means, by the way, don't drink unless you're above the age of 18, depending on where you are. If you're from Canada, you're 18 and older, you can drink. If you're not 18, don't drink. Drink only when you're hit the acquired age. I don't know where Hanny's from. She might be from an area where drinking is allowed at her age, so at a young age or something like that, so I don't know. But topic off the side of that, let's break down Hanny's team. But first of all, of course, hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to join Phil Shark Crew today because you'll be feeling with the king of the crew. So let's go ahead and break down Hanny's team. She's got a Mega Scizor, which is so incredibly scary. It's actually really good versus my team. Vaporeon, a defensive water type. Gengar, very offensive monster. Prankster using Thundurus is very scary. Really monstrous Pokemon in Garchomp. Moltres can actually play a lot of certain roles. Lycanroc, good priority user. Gardevoir, a really good special attacker, a good Scarf user. Zoroark, a good little trickster to play with your mind. And guess Hakamo, I've actually kind of think is actually a decent Pokemon. Doesn't really, and she's got the mascot of Durham Wigglebutts with good boy Yamper. As to 6, I think these are the main 6 we see. I can possibly see Lycanroc be switched in there, and it's a small guess, but maybe Gardevoir, if I'm going to be honest with you. Just Gardevoir. For that reason. Just because it can kind of do some things, but it doesn't do a lot of things outside of the aspect of this. So it is what it is. We have the team right here, but let's just go ahead and break down the team we are bringing this week for you guys. We're bringing sand, so we got our 3 sand pieces right here. Started off for you. We got Crystal. I decided to name them Crystals. Finally, it's not gonna be Wolves Jigglypuff. I feel like it'd be kind of stupid of a nickname, so I'm going to go with a realistic nickname this time. We're going with Jigglypuff, especially defensive this week. 156 in HP, 4 in attack, 96 defense, and I'm actually going to probably change this up to be about 310 and have about 315 in attack. Let's see here. We don't really need a lot of defense, so I'm going to add a little more attack. Because we are running Iron Defense. Iron Defense, Rock Slide, Body Press, and Toxic. Was having debated on wanting either Toxic or Stealth Rocks. I think Toxic's better, because the more things I can Toxic, the better, if I'm being completely honest with you. And this one just really comes in, and I actually can click some buttons. It's actually really good versus their entire team. Once I get an Iron Defense up, Scizor can actually be a problem versus me if I let it start setting up as well. Vaporeon can be a problem unless I don't start body pressing and stuff like that. Garchomp's a problem if I don't start Iron Defensing. Then the rest of her team really doesn't scare me that much. I can pretty much just beat them, pretty much 1v1. Gengar gets 2-shotted by this. Unless she's choice specs, I should always be able to take 2 hits from her. Guaranteed. And of course, if you got Sand, you got to bring the man who runs the Sand. That's Boy Driller, who came in so clutch last week with that creative set of mine, which I'm still proud of, by the way. We are running enough speed to where we outspeed literally everything on her team that is Choice Scarf, not in Sand. Nothing can outspeed us unless, I think, not even an Agility Moltres does. But if it's an Agility Thunderous Eye, that is the only way that outspeeds us. And she has to land a Focus Blast on us. And, yeah, it ain't gonna happen. Running Adamant Max Attack with Soft Sand. If you really look at her team, she has no ground switch in besides Thundy and Moltres, which it's even riskier for her to want to kind of go double electric when I have a double flying. when I have a rock type and a ground type that learns ground moves, two ground types learn rock moves. So if she does change that up, it's honestly going to be bad for her and she'll lose. We are running Swords Dance because with the Swords Dance, unless she is max bold, after a Swords Dance, Rock Slide will kill Moltres with the Charity Berry. Guaranteed. I am not kidding. That's what's really good about this. And I'm running a bit of a set that I think makes some sense as well. Earthquake, because again, I can just spam Earthquake if I want. I'm running Facade. Now, the only reason I'm running that, because I know I can live a hit from Vaporeon. Always. I can live one hit from Vaporeon. And if it burns me, I want to find a way to take advantage of that burn. And that's why I have Facade. Last time when we saw in GADL, that burn cost us some stuff. So that's why this time I'm running Facade. That way we can be able to hit everything on her team for super effective damage. Up next, we're bringing them on that actually kind of just wins as well with our dual stab. There is no say switching to a dual stab. Also, ignore that. I don't know why that popped up. If you really look at her team, she literally has nothing for my wave. I mean, she does, but we're bringing Calm Nature, Max HP, 136 in defense, Bold Nature, 28 in special attack, 92 in Spadef, with Calm Mind, Moonblast, Surf, Taunt. Taunt is basically to cripple Vaporeon. Vaporeon, if we get Vaporeon taunted, then there's nothing Vaporeon does, and I get an instant free Calm Mind. And what I more than likely will always be doing is if I have Sand Up and I get one chip of Sand, Moonblast and or Surf, not barring if the Thundurus has leftovers or not, or the Gengar has Black Sludge, I essentially will body with this Mon. And plus, once we start setting up our Spadef set, Gengar can't touch me if it's Choice Specs. If it's Expert Bell or anything like that, it won't touch me. It won't even two-shot me. If it's Specs, it still has a chance to potentially two-shot me. If I get two commons up, then it's not going to two-shot me. So Wave actually can really put in the work. Even though she was going to put in the work last week, she didn't have the chance to because Excadrill stole the show. But Excadrill plus this next one pretty much can't steal the show. But this is kind of like a backup strategy of mine in case we need to go down that path. And up next is Soul Eater. Soul Eater makes his return again this week. And I kid you not. Oh, wait, we have to run. Actually, I'll double check if I can kill with that. But we'll change this up if we have to. But we're running Fire Blast, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Rock Slide. Fire Blast, I think, even with the minus, we basically guarantee one-shot a Spadef Mega Scizor. I am not kidding. We do. Rock Slide basically destroys everything on her team. 172 in HP for some max bulk, 180 Spadef for some Spadef bulk, and 12 in defense to give a little defense as well. And then Dragon Claw, just for general stab, it hits really hard against our entire team. Earthquake is so spammable in sand. So is Rock Slide as well. Fire Blast, like I said, is also for that. Making his debut, though, is Camo, the Kecleon. Since I know she's not bringing her fighting type versus us, Camo has basically the steal of a century. We are running Knockoff, Rock Slide, Ice Punch, and Drain Punch. This is a bit of a risky set because I think Fire Punch would fit better on this set. And actually, now thinking about it, I will run Fire Punch. Fire Punch is better because it lets me hit Scizor 1v1. I can check Scizor easily. The one problem is with the set. Actually, since I have Ice Punch, I probably don't care for that. And I'll probably run. Did we get Thunder Punch? We did get Thunder Punch. I'm going to run Thunder Punch. Never mind, we changed this up now. We just did it live for you guys. We're running Ice Punch, Thunder Punch. We're pretty much running those punches plus knockoff. Knockoff's really good to get rid of items. Ice Punch is for Gengar. For the Garchomp specifically, Thunder Punch will be able to hit Vaporeon, the Moltres. Knockoff, like I said, is get rid of items and be able to take on the Gengar 1v1. And Fire Punch, so I can easily not get ult by Scizor. We are running Protein because that is legal. We are running Max HP, 84 attack, Adamant Nature, 76 in defense, 96 but def with the Assault Vest so we can really take hits from the Gengar and some of our other main Pokemon. And last but not least, we're bringing Shuka Berry Zaku because our main switch into this monster is usually going to be it has to either be Vaporeon or Garchomp. But with Swords Dance, Thunder Punch, and Rock Slide, we pretty much just check her entire team. Now you might be asking yourself, why Close Combat, no Fire move? Close Combat at +2 doesn't guarantee kill a physically defensive Scizor. But Scizor can't do much to me, so I can set up another Swords Dance and basically clean house. And with that, Infernape can go in. Infernape wants Justice. He could have picked up 6 skills last game, but it didn't. But that's going to be the team, guys. Looking for this. I'm going to double check the team, make sure it's right, and I'll make sure things are right. But other than that, I'm Phil Shotgun. I'll see you guys in the battle. Peace out.